What's up, dudes? So I'm playing with new lighting. So if you see me squinting, I'm not used to this much light on me, but I thought it would be helpful. Also, my shirt, you could tell that it's kind of wet. I had those weird hanger things, you know, indentations. So I wet my shirt to kind of, you know, whatever. Anyway, so today's video. Oh, also, this is my desk. I changed my room around. I don't think you guys have ever seen what my desk looks like. This is it. So today's video is going to be see, I feel like this is still too high. Okay, anyway, I'm still figuring out like this setup and this lighting. I feel like the back of me looks real busy right now, and I don't know if I like it, but you know, we're going to figure it out. Anyway. Let me just get to this video. Today's video is going to be a full face of my ColourPop favorites. I'm going to show you guys all the ColourPop stuff that I love. I'm going to do a full face. And there are some things that I have, just because I have a lot of products to talk about, I'm not going to be able to use everything. But I'm going to show you everything that I love from ColourPop. I think that's it. By the way, I tried to hold off on filming this video because I clearly have some guests. And I literally spent all day yesterday trying to get rid of them. I mean, I use literally every acne medication that I have. And like this one went down. The one on my nose went away, kind of. You know, it's still showing signs. But this one on my chin, bro, this is a shiner. This has to be like the largest cystic zit I've ever gotten, and it hurts so bad. Anyway, all that to say, I figured I would just film this video because the foundation that I'm going to be showing you today, I guess it would kind of help to show y'all whether or not it's able to cover these zits, you know? I think that's it. Again, let me know how y'all like this setup, this lighting. You know, I'm still figuring it out. And I feel like my eyes aren't going to be open in this video, but you know, let's get to it. Anyway, I do want to let y'all know this video is going to be like mad long, so like grab a 3-course meal and a couple of cocktails because we might be here for a while. Anyway, let's do it. So the first thing I'm going to go in with is this Pretty Fresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Primer. Now, normally I prefer like a pore filling primer. I have used this like once before, and I mean, it's good. I feel like it's like super grippy, so it keeps the foundation on like all day, but it's like really hydrating and like borderline oily. So if you have oily skin, I don't know that you're gonna love this. I half-ass want to cheat and put a pore filling primer on top because I already know that I don't like this foundation with this primer underneath. Again, I have oily skin, so a hydrating primer isn't like the first thing that I run to, just because I have enough hydration, you know? But it's a good primer. Again, it leaves kind of like a semi-tacky finish, so your foundation really sticks to it. The next thing is this Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. Now, I love this foundation when I pair it with like primaries that I traditionally love, like the pore filling ones or blurring primers. I do like it with this primer. It's not terrible, but it's not my favorite. I'm in the shade, by the way, medium dark 120W, and again, I actually featured this in my favorites video, and it is like a medium buildable coverage foundation, which I like for like every day, and I'm actually curious to see if it's gonna cover these shiners, you know? Not bad. Oh, this has to be like the most painful cystic zit I've ever had in my life. I can barely pounce the sponge. Now you can see it is kind of like a sheer foundation. You can still kind of see some redness from my zits, but I only used like half a pump, if that, of foundation. I don't like to put on a whole lot of foundation on my skin because again, my pores like to breathe. So I'm actually not gonna add any more foundation. I'm actually just gonna put concealer on to kind of add more coverage. This is the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. Now I do have like, I think it was the No Filter concealer. By the way, I'm in the shade medium dark 115W in the concealer. And you can see it is like a little bit lighter than like the foundation, but like I feel like because my cheeks are so pronounced, it looks like my eyes are sunken, so I like to use a lighter concealer to kind of bring out my under eyes so they don't look like I'm dead. And I was saying I do have like the No Filter concealer, but I actually prefer this one just because I like the finish more. It's more of like a natural dewy concealer, and the other one is actually like super matte. And then I am gonna add some some here to our friend and then Pablo here. And I'm kind of just gonna barely tap just because I don't want to move around that coverage too much. I just want to blend it into like the foundation. There. Ow. Anyway, to set, I'm going to use the No Filter setting powder. Now, this powder isn't necessarily my favorite. It's a nice powder. It does like set and mattify okay. I think I'm in the shade Banana. And I do feel like it also like fills in the pores pretty nicely. I'm going to half-ass bake my face because this foundation and concealer is like mad dewy. So I'm just going to bake like the areas where I normally crease. And then everything else I'm just going to set lightly. And I do feel like now that I'm looking at it with this primer, it does look kind of nice. Then I'm just going to press all that extra powder in. Wow, it does actually look really nice on my skin. I feel like that concealer is actually a little bit too yellow now that I put the banana powder on top. Whatever. We'll just go with it, you know. Next, I'm gonna go into bronzer. I built this palette a while ago, and I'm pretty sure these bronzers are still available. I actually have this matte bronzer. It's the pressed powder bronzer in Afternoon Delight. And then I also have this powder bronzer. It's in Private Party. I think I'm going to use this one. It does have kind of like a sheen to it. So I'm going to go into Private Party and just use this to bronze a little bit. And it is like a matte finish, but it has kind of like, I don't know, like a glow to it a little bit, but it's not like greasy looking, you know? And I like the color of this bronzer. I don't ever contour, ever. I mean, my cheeks are, it's obvious. Like, I am actually going to tap a little bit into Afternoon Delight just to add a little bit of warmth, but I'm going to keep it like high on the cheekbones, you know. I feel like there's a patch here that looks darker than the rest of my face, and I'm not really sure what's happening there. That's never happened before. Anyways, for blush, I actually have a few things. First, I wanted to mention these stick blushes. I love these stick blushes. They're the blush sticks, basically. I have the color More is More and Under Pressure. I love these. They do have a matte finish and they do look so good on the skin. If you're going for like a no makeup look, they look really nice. But today I'm actually, because I already set my face, I'm going to go in with one of these two blushes. I think I might actually go in with this one. This is the Pressed Powder Blush in Parakeet. And again, I think you can build your own palette, and if you can't, these blushes and bronzers are actually available on the website with a compact, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm not really sure. So I'm going to go in with this blush and I'm going to keep it just like real high, and I'm going to blend that in with my bronzer. Oh, that's pretty. You know, now that I'm wearing this primer a second time, I actually really like how the foundation lays on this primer. I put on, I don't know what it was that I did yesterday. Maybe it was a setting spray, but I did my makeup yesterday and my face looked mad dry, but I'm not getting that today. Anyway, I think I've overdone the blush. The next thing is highlight, I think. And I just have a couple that I want to talk about. I don't know why, but lately I've been like really loving cream highlights over powder highlights. Just because they look a little bit more natural on the skin. It's more of a sheen rather than like a bunch of glitter on your face, you know? I don't actually own any of the powder highlights from ColourPop. I do have this one. This is the Super Shock Cheek Pearlized highlight in On the Cusp. I think this might have been part of a limited edition collection, but that's it there. It's so reflective. It's super smooth, super reflective, and it doesn't emphasize texture on your skin. And you can put it on over powder products. I also have this one. This is the Light Stix highlight in Bullseye, and this is like the same deal. It's like super smooth. They're practically the same color. Actually, nah. This one is more like, it's got kind of like a pinky undertone, and this is like more gold. I'm actually going to go in with this one today. So I'm going to go in with my ring finger and I'm just going to tap it on the high points of my cheeks and blend. And this does have like more shimmer to it, so it's a lot more reflective than the Super Shock Cheek, but it's not like chunky. It doesn't look like it emphasizes texture. That's like my big thing. I hate it when a highlight emphasizes my texture because I have a lot of texture. Next, I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm actually going to use the Brow Boss. I don't know. This is like a fine eyebrow pencil. I'm in the shade Dark Brown. I've actually really been loving this eyebrow pencil. I feel like I actually like this more than my Benefit one, which is, that's crazy. But I like that it's like super thin, so I can get a precise line, and I feel like it's like really easy to use. It's pigmented, but it's not like super soft. It's a little bit waxy, which I actually prefer because I feel like it wears longer, you know? I feel like this eyebrow doesn't really know what it's doing, you know? I'm really liking how this skin is looking. Like, wow, even with those giant zits on my face. Like, next I'm gonna go in with this. This is the Brow Boss Gel. I actually just got this. I've used it once and I wasn't like super crazy about it. I'm gonna keep using it and see, you know, if it grows on me. I just got it in the color clear, and I feel like that's my problem with it, is that it's not clear. It's like white. You can tell it's like white. I don't know if I like that. I don't know. I may buy one that has like a tint to it, maybe. Maybe I'll like it more. I don't really know. And it didn't really feel like it held my brows in place all day. I mean, I like my brows to just be like up all day. And this didn't really hold up all that great, but I don't know. We'll see how it holds up today. Next, for eyes. I actually have a few favorite ColourPop palettes. A couple of these might have been limited edition. I don't know. They may still be available. I'm not really sure. But the first one is this Yes Please palette. This looks super dirty. I hate white palettes because they always look dirty, but this is what this looks like. It's just like a super warm tone palette. And really, I only bought it for this yellow because I love yellow palettes, and I feel like yellow never shows up on me, but that one does. The other palette I have to show you is this Dream Street palette. This was like a limited edition collaboration with Kathleen Lights, I think. I love her. I love her so much. I watch every video and I buy everything that she makes. I have used this a lot. You can actually get a really neutral look out of this, and I love that, but it still has its pops of color. I love this palette. But we gonna go in with the big boy today. This is the So Jaded palette. I think this was limited edition, but I'm pretty sure it's still available. I'll have to check after this video. But anyway, this is what I'm gonna use today. I'm gonna do just like a basic look. I kinda wanna do something fun, but I kinda don't. I kinda fell in love with how my skin is looking right now, so I don't wanna mess it up. So you know how this goes. I'm gonna point and I'm gonna blend. You know how we do. Okay, so that came out actually a lot more intense than I initially intended. I just never used those colors before, and I don't know why, but this color here, I think this is called turquoise. Duh. I always go with the warm tones in this palette, and I'd never used that blue, and I just wanted to. Oh, I forgot my inner corner. I'm gonna use fluorite in my inner corner. Just so y'all know, I did actually get some fallout on my face from that palette, but I just was able to just like dust it away, so it wasn't actually that bad. But this has to be like my favorite ColourPop palette. I feel like the eyeshadows just perform just so well, you know? They blend well, they're pigmented, and I actually do find that these last all day on my eyelids. I don't actually have an eyeliner to use from ColourPop because I don't wear eyeliner, and currently the eyeliner set that I want is out of stock. I need them to restock ASAP. So I'm just gonna go in with mascara. This is the BFF Volumizing mascara in black. Well, black on black is the color. So I'm gonna throw in a coat of this and I'll be right back. You guys, I'm like in love with these eyes. I'm in love. This is cool. Okay, so the next thing is lips. I actually have a shit ton of ColourPop lip products that I love. So I'm gonna tell y'all all of my favorites, okay? The first is the Velvet Blur lipstick. This is in the color 21 Questions, and I love this formula from ColourPop. This actually reminds me a lot of the MAC Powder Kiss formula. It's the same feeling on the lips, the same feeling, the same application, the same color payoff. These are a little bit more pigmented, but I love this color. Again, this is 21 Questions. I also really love the Just a Tint lip crayons. I actually have the color, what color is it? Oh, they smell so good. So I have the colors Rise and Shine and Z Boys, and this is Rise and Shine. And again, this is like a tinted lip balmy type crayon. It does leave like a stain on your lips, which I love because they wear off really nice. This is Z Boys here, and of course I got the nudes. But I feel like these go on so sheer, so comfortable. They feel really good on the lips, and they look natural, so you can wear them on days that you're not wearing a whole lot of makeup. The next thing, these are the classic Lippie Stix. I want to say this is like the first thing that they launched, this and like lip pencils. I have these in a shit ton of colors. My favorite is the Matte X formula because it feels like a powder on the lips. It's like a thin powder like formula on the lips, but they're like mad pigmented and they last all day, like all day. And then I do have a few glosses. First of all, they're so juicy. Lip glosses are amazing. They are so 90s, and I love these. I love the formula. These do have like a plumping ingredient, but it's not like painful. It's just like a minty sensation, and it actually plumps up the lines in my lips, which I love. So I like to wear these alone or over like a lip liner. I actually have the shades Partly Rowdy and Feels Like Summer. Again, nudes. I feel like these are really long wearing. Also, they're kind of sticky, so you don't want to leave your hair down. They do, again, wear longer than your traditional lip gloss. The other lip gloss I have, this is actually so worn out that the name rubbed off on it. But this is the Moonchild lip gloss. This is from the Kathleen Lights collaboration, and this is just like a nude, super shiny gloss. It does have like silverish flecks all throughout it. I do actually wear this just by itself, and I love that it's sheer enough where you could still see my natural lip color, but it adds just enough color to where it makes my lips look better, if that makes any sense. Next, I have this Ultra Satin Lip. This is also from Kathleen Lights. This is the shade Dreamy. I love this formula just because that's the color there. Just because it's a lot more comfortable than their matte liquid lips. I actually don't like their matte liquid lips. They're not my favorite. I feel like they do kind of crack and make my lips look and feel super dry, so I don't love those. But I do love the satin formula. I feel like it's super comfortable and you still get kind of the same look. Last but not least, I'm actually going to go in with this today. I actually have the Ultra Blotted Lip in the color Starling. I actually talked about this in my favorites video with the BFF2 lip liner, so I'm actually going to apply this real quick and I'll be right back. I love this formula. I feel like the Ultra Blotted Lip are actually the most comfortable, but you still get that matte look. I'm gonna have to go get a few more of these colors because this is like my favorite. Anyway, last, I do really love the shimmering dry oils from Sol, which is like a sister company to ColourPop. These are amazing and they're affordable. These remind me a lot of like the Anastasia Beverly Hills body shimmer thing. Now these aren't actually as long wearing. I do feel like the higher end ones do wear longer, but I actually like to pair it with the body powder. These are in the color Pink Champagne, and I did also get the brush that goes with it. So I'm gonna actually apply the dry oil shimmer dry oil to my shoulder just so you can kind of like see. Oh shit, that's what it looks like. Oh, that's pretty, and it smells so good. It actually smells like coconuts, but you can see there, that's the shimmer oil. And then to kind of just make it last longer, I'll go in with the shimmering body powder. Yeah, that's what it's called. And again, this is in Pink Champagne, if I can open it. Damn it. Anyway, so I'll just stamp this in there lightly, and then I'll just kind of like tap over that, and you can see like it adds like a sparklier finish. I don't know. Can you see? And it kind of sets that product into place so it lasts a little bit longer. Now this isn't actually something that I would wear like to the beach or to the pool. This is more something that I would wear if I'm out and about, or if I'm going to a party and I just want to look cute and glowy and shimmery. Again, I have it in Pink Champagne and Soft Gold, and they don't actually feel tacky. They do actually feel really hydrating on the skin, and they do eventually sink into the skin. And again, I feel like the body powder does make it last longer. Is that it? That's it. By the way, this brush is like mad soft also. Alright guys, so that's it. Those are my favorite ColourPop products. I'm really digging this face today. Let me know what your favorite products are. I want to know. Tell me right now. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe and stay tuned. I feel like this is too high. There's too much. Should I move this? Is that good? Is it still too high? Nope, that's not it. Oh, okay, now I think we can get started. Oh, I forgot a sponge. Damn it. I should probably use a clean one, huh? Yeah, that would be nice. Ugh. Damn it, Pablo. There's like powder flying everywhere. I look crazy. Where's the cap for that? Damn it. Oh, it's right here. Oh wow,